The miller, his son, and their ass. A miller once decided to sell his ass. When he heard that there was to be a fair in the neighboring town, he told his son, "Let us take our ass to the fair. We will get a good price for him. There will be people from all over the countryside there." So the miller and his son set out for the fair. Behind them trotted the ass. As they went along, they passed a group of women washing clothes by the riverside. "Oh, look at that heartless man," cried one of the women. "See how he makes his little boy walk in the hot sun. The poor chap looks so tired." "Indeed," added another woman. "He's quite stupid." Aloud she called, "Hey, old man, why don't you let your son ride the ass? The poor boy looks all done in, while the ass trots along without care." "To be sure," agreed the old man, and he helped his son onto the ass's back. They went along in this manner, with the old man leading the ass. "See what I mean," shouted an old man. "The youth of today have no respect for the aged. Look at that boy. He sits comfortably on the ass while his old father trudges along. This proves what I have been trying to tell you along," he said to the group of old men who sat with him on the bench. "You are an inconsiderate fellow to make your old father walk, especially when you look so young and healthy. Why don't you walk and let your father rest his limbs?" said the old man to the miller's son. At once, the miller made his son get down, and he mounted the ass. "If it will please you, gentlemen, then we shall carry on in this way. But do not call my son an inconsiderate fellow," he said. And the miller and his son continued on their way. A little further on, they came upon a group of women and children. "What is this world coming to?" cried one of the women. "Is there no pity left? How can you make that poor little boy walk while you enjoy a comfortable ride?" she scolded the miller. The women and children who were with her added their comments, and the miller once more tried to please this group as well. "Come on, my son," he said. "There is place enough for the two of us. You can climb onto the ass's back. If it should please these good people, why should I make you walk? Instead, we can both ride to the fair on our ass." When the boy had climbed onto the animal's back, father and son resumed their journey. They were quite close to town when a man stopped them. "My friend, does that animal belong to you?" he asked. "Yes, he does," said the miller. "We are taking him into town to sell him at the fair. Would you like to buy him? He's a fine animal," praised the miller. "He won't be fine for long. Why, he can hardly bear the weight of the two of you. How can you ill-treat your own animal? It would be much better if you get up the back and carry him instead of the other way around. At this rate, he will probably drop dead before you cross the bridge into town." "You give good advice, young man," agreed the miller. And once again, father and son got off the ass. Then, finding a long pole, they tied the animal's legs to it. The miller took one end of the pole, while his son took the other, and they proceeded in this manner towards the town. The ass was finding this quite uncomfortable. He struggled as hard as he could and brayed loudly, but the miller paid no heed. He continued on his way. At last, they reached the final bridge that led into the town. "Now, we shall be able to sell this ass at the fair," said the miller to his son. But before the boy could agree, the struggling ass gave one strong kick, which broke the ropes that tied his legs. Unable to balance himself on the narrow bridge, the animal fell into the river below. "Why did I try to please everybody?" lamented the miller. "I have only harmed myself by trying to keep the others happy. And now I have no animal to sell at the fair. Come, my son, let us return home. Let this always remain a lesson to us," he said sorrowfully, and began the journey home with his son. If you want to be fluent in English, listening to audio stories is a good idea. Please subscribe to this channel for more stories, simple grammar related videos, and for so many things which will help you to achieve fluency and accuracy in English language.